What up, y'all? Get the camera clean. What's good? Happy Friday. Hope everybody having a blessed day. Let the notifications go out. Salute. Salute. As y'all come in, hit the like. If you new here, stay true here. VA in the building. Peace from Newark, Brick City. Peace. We're gonna let a few people come up in here. We're gonna talk about it. Yes, standing versus fire. Thank you. I appreciate that. Salute. What up, big bro? Bridgeport. Bridgeport CT, what's up? Yeah, I got a call from Spesh today. Good conversation. His energy was real good. You know what I'm saying? You killed that performance with East the other night. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, I got a call from Spesh today. Energy was good. We talked about a lot of things, the music business, the verities. I won't get into specifics of the contents of the conversation, but I will tell you a few things that I feel comfortable saying without disclosing too much. Salute. GP, what's going on? Right? So I got a call from Spesh last night when I was on live. And when I got off of live, I called him back. When he hit me back today, he told me he was out of it, he was tired, so he hit me back, and the conversation was kind of started like, you know, we always respect each other. He told me he appreciate how I'm staying neutral in this situation. He appreciate my assessment on what's going on between upstate and New York City. He said I'm more than qualified. This is coming from 38's mouth. I'm more than qualified to talk about this situation because I was there. This is the words coming from Spesh. And we talked about a lot of things, and you know what I'm saying? Uh, I told him what I disagreed about the situation. He told me the reason why he took certain actions, and overall we had a beautiful, um, enlightening conversation. You know what I'm saying? Between two niggas that know each other for 23 years. You know what I'm saying? Um, he doesn't have a problem with Davies. He said he fuck with East. He understand the politics of the business. Um, I asked him would he come up on the platform. He said after he did his last interview, that will be his last interview. But when he dropped music, I will be the first to get him on. I will be the first platform he gonna come on. So, coming very soon will be a 38 Unkasa exclusive interview. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about a lot of things, but he just let me know he appreciate what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And we agreed to disagree on a few things, but for the most part, the conversation was very positive. His energy was very good. He didn't sound agitated from the situation. We was just talking like how we always did. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what people don't know, the variation of me and his relationship from years ago. You know what I'm saying? It always been solid. It's never been like no you know, any confrontation, any animosity. Has always been, yo, I like what you're doing, salute, congratulations, and it's been vice versa. So, you know, that's basically what was the variation of our conversation. But he just let me know why he took certain actions, and the way he articulated himself was very intelligent. It wasn't aggressive. It wasn't you know, overly hyped and overzealous. It was a cool, calm conversation between two men that know each other, and that's actually, you know, that help usher in the upstate New York culture. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, hit the like button. Spesh been nice for a long time. Lord, what up, baby? Get these bozos out of there. We There's a few bozos. Hit the like. I don't understand what 38 did. When we have the interview, he gonna explain. But me being a solid dude, I'm not going to disclose details of the conversation, but I'm just letting you know that he let me know why he take the action. I did tell him why I disagreed with the Chrissy thing, and I told him I didn't like that he would invite the energy of somebody disrespecting his deceased moms, and he agreed with me on that too. You know what I'm saying? We had a dope conversation, and sometimes communication is the best way to get to know what's on someone's mind. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing in the black community. We don't communicate enough. And when we do communicate, we don't communicate in the right way. Sometimes we be yelling, we overtalk each other. Sometimes we just gotta have a conversation and hash things out and put things on the table as men. You know what I'm saying? You can agree to disagree without even having no aggression. You know what I'm saying? It's just the temperature, the energy, and the variety of what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And from what he was telling me, there ain't really nothing personal. It's all fair war and game. That ain't it. They trying to get clout off of Jada name. I don't even think it really haven't got nothing to do with Jada. You know what I think it is? It's just like when AI. It's just like when AI crossed Jordan. It's like that. It's like, yo, it's new blood, it's new moves. Nigga gonna cross you. I don't give a fuck if you Jordan. I don't care if you got 6 rings. I'm gonna let the world know that I'm the answer. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what this be, man. Sometimes we take the wrong approach at the way we do things, but who? It's no rules in hip hop when it comes to approaching your opponent. It's like boxing. It's like anything else. That's sometimes shit can get blown out of proportion. Sometimes shit can just be for sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, we had a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Um, he didn't feel disrespected by anything I said. He actually said that he loved my assessment on my approach. on how I conduct myself far as a journalist, far as this situation. So it was, you know what I'm saying? It was just like I said, man, me and Spesh, we never had no problem. And I don't insist myself in problems that's not mine, because that's not being solid. If I'm solid, if we got a problem, if you actually have problems with people that I'm affiliated with or I know, y'all have to hash those problems out yourself. I have nothing to do with those problems. And that's just being a man. I never incest myself in something. You know how many people was asking me, yo, say something. You from you lived upstate, you been with the best of them, you know all them niggas, say something. Drop a freestyle. Now I was like, that's exactly what I'm not doing, because before these men that actually have a problem can even talk, everybody putting their assessment and jumping in and jumping out the window. Everybody's looking for clout. Everybody's looking for a look. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes looks can be costly. Sometimes a look ain't the good look. You know what I'm saying? I done got a lot of bad press, a lot of bad looks on the internet by people prejudging the person that I am. And if you got to know me and got to sit down and talk with me, you'll probably understand a lot of my outlook on things, and a lot of, just by just being know me. I try to give my channel the most vulnerable me, to let people know that I go through the same shit y'all go through. I'm no different. I might just have a little bit more popularity. That's it. When people say there's no rules, a lot of, cause yeah, a lot of these podcasts, like I said, man, a lot of these, a lot of these podcasts get paid to stir shit up, because you gotta have excitement, and you gotta have typical industry. I'm glad Spesh broke some ground. Spesh been broke some ground. Sometimes we get the publicity we want, but in the not in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Spesh will love this attention in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And I was breaking down. He broke down the the difference between when I was doing music independently and how he's doing it. And I learned a lot today from the conversation. Sometimes you got to sit back and shut the fuck up and just listen, because that's how you gather information. The information that he shared with me today, he didn't have to share with me. You know what I'm saying? And it gave me a different perspective and approach and how to market things. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to boss up out here. Sometimes, shout out to my guy Scrap. He a guy that reached out for a feature on Instagram, but he changed his life. He gave his life to God, and he do gospel rap, and I'm doing a feature with him, right? But he check on me. He come look out. We have talks. I pray with him. He like a spiritual advisor, and he was like, yo, I can see you just being bigger than life, but you just got to go harder for yourself. All that energy you was putting in everybody else, put a little pint of that in you, and watch anything that you're doing blossom. I see my channel is getting bigger. Yo, we only like three and some change away from 20,000 subscribers. I know that might not be a lot to the ones that got 100,000, 250,000 subscribers, but this will be a milestone. We get to this 20,000, we can get to 40, we can get to the 100. I can get that plaque on the wall, and you'll see it on the black. All I try to do is promote positivity. And I've realized the last few months I've been going back and forth with a lot of people. You know what? Even if people come at me and stuff like that, I'm gonna ignore a lot of it, because they people just want to, throw you out of character. And sometimes the devil throw obstacles at you when he see you doing the opposite of what he wants you to do, and you totally in tune with God. People don't know God can control all of this. Once you fully in tune with the maker, you will understand the trials and tribulations and the reason why things in your life happen. Yep. Everybody, yo, it's too many people. It's 138 people in here right now, man. Hit the likes, man. Come on, let's take this up to 100 likes. Come on, bro. Y'all, yeah, I give y'all the dopest content. Just hit the likes. I got a lot of interviews. I got a lot of pre-recorded content. Come on, send the likes up to 100, or I'm gonna close this live out straight up. Come on, it's too many people in here not to get the likes up. That's all I ask y'all. I ain't talking into that joint up to 70. Yeah, I am too low to afford. I am too low to afford. Because you know why? My grandmother always told me two wrongs don't make it right. So me being envious, me being jealous of any way, that's never been in my nature because I've always did me. Me, I'm the type of dude, if I get to see a person grow, I love to see growth. I don't like to see stagnation. I've always like, if one of my men's got a pair of sneakers that he's always wanted when we was little kids, I was like, yeah, bro, you gonna be fresh tomorrow. It started from things like that. I've never been a jealous person, even when I had less than everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was a time where I had less than everybody. You know what I'm saying? In certain instances, it's still like that too, where some of my peers is rich, some of my peers got Maybachs. I don't got none of that stuff, but I'm working hard to get it. And when I get it, I'm sustaining it for a very long time because um, when you get things, you got to learn how to hold on to it. You got to learn how to keep relevancy, and you got to learn how to shift. You know, you got to shift with the times. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I came to YouTube to give people assessments on how the industry is ran, how the old way of thinking of the music business is devoured. It's a whole new system. You know what I'm saying? Why you think everybody's so independent? Like what I said, the only thing between major and independent is the resources. There's nothing wrong with you speaking your truth. It's definitely a lemon. Yeah, Kurt Cobain, Golden Purple tour. You know how I do. Nike shorts. You know what I'm saying? I want to, something light. Smells like Team Spirit. That's a fact. But like sometimes we all get sidetracked, especially in this music business. This music business is one of the most easiest things to get sidetracked in because there's so many distractors. There's so many different layers of this stuff pulling you so many different ways. You got your friends, you got your entourage, you got your management, you got your labels, you got the fans, you got your inner self that's telling you to keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that come with this. It's a brain strain, and that's why a lot of people get mentally fogged up and have breakdowns and have mental illness because sometimes I don't care if you at the height of your career, if you feeling like you're about to break down or you going through something mentally, take your break. Fuck the money, fuck the fame, fuck all that shit. If what you doing is putting a strain on your brain, what you have to do is take a break and gather your thoughts. And if you choose to stop forever, that's on you. But if you just choose to stop and take a break and recharge up, you'll be alright. Sometimes you gotta take a break from shit. A lot of people have breakdowns because they continuously to do things, and it comes because niggas be chasing the money. Niggas don't want the revenue to stop. But I'd rather sacrifice some of my revenue coming in to have peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a rich motherfucker, but you'll be mentally ill. You'll be rich and sick as a motherfucker because, and then you be so mentally ill, your money going, dissolve anyway because you gonna start either picking up a habit or spending shit foolishly, or somebody gonna take advantage of what you going through. Like, yeah, it's so many different layers to this music business that I be trying to inform y'all. If y'all get in this music business, make sure you got your accountant. Make sure you got your spiritual advisor. Make sure you got people that actually is there to motivate and help you get through your journey, because um it can be a bumpy road sometimes, and just by having the right type of people around you can make the load a little lighter on your, as far as pressure on your back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just think that they Superman or Superwoman, and that's why they have these breakdowns. And then you got a bunch of people talking about you, and they don't even understand your pain or understand what you went through. As far as this music thing, this shit come with a lot, man. It's hard to stay relevant. It's hard to stay in people's face in a positive light. It's hard because people tend to forget that you're a regular human being. You just so happen to be talented. You just so happen to might have more popularity. You might be a celebrity. You might even be more financial stable than somebody. But we all the same. A celebrity, a superstar ain't nothing but a person that just have a little bit more popularity than you. They go through the same. They go to the bathroom like you. They go through the same thing. It's all the same. It's just on different levels. And when you start understanding its levels, you learn life. Like Meek said years ago, learn life. Life ain't that hard to learn. You know what I'm saying? Be objective, be optimistic. Be curious. Or, you know what I'm saying? Always want to get information gathered. Always be informative. You know what I'm saying? And you'll you'll it'll be a little bit lighter on you, man, because this shit can be a bumpy road. Yeah, learn from your mistakes. I always tell people, turn your losses into lessons. It's never a loss if you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? It's never a loss if you learn from it. Lord, get this guy out of here, man. At the bottom, get him out of here. I'm talking to the females. I remember this guy who was with Dipset. Super blessed. Super blessed. I respect your insight and honesty. I appreciate that. Sometimes you gotta be transparent. That's the only way people gonna believe your truth. You gotta be transparent. You can't. You gotta talk about the good as well as the bad, so people know that you got a balance in life. A lot of people don't want to show balance. They want to make you think their life is make believe. That's why when something go wrong, they be out here looking crazy, instead of just letting you know from the beginning they're a regular human being just like you. They just got a little bit more resources or a little bit more financial gain or a little bit more celebrity than you. We ain't no different. We all the same. You're a chosen one. What was when we did the video, put it in the sky? The energy. Energy was dope, bro. Energy was dope. Energy was dope. That's when Cam was doing this first of the month series. He had called me to his crib in Lodi. Um, his mom was there, God bless her soul. His son was there. You know, I did my verse in one take. The energy is always good with me and Cam. Me and Cam got a um a positive a relationship. Shout out to Sin City. He wore that Harlem Clear t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? If you want that shirt, that's joint is still available. That's never leaving my catalog. That's gonna always be embedded in the Cranberry and Vodka archive. But shout out to Sin City for wearing that shirt. I got a lot of calls about that shirt. People's like, yo, I seen Sin City wear your shirt. Shout out to my cousin Dave uh that co-designed that shirt with me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the super chat. Not picking a side is indeed picking a side. Nah, that's not true. Check this out. Right? See, this is the thing. If you got if you got bridges, right, and there's no reason to burn them down, but there's some cars on the road that got some traction or an accident, you wait until help come. And that's what I do. I mind my fucking business. See, the thing is, a lot of y'all guys is ignorant, and y'all like to see shit going on from afar. Y'all to have something to talk about with your friends. Yo, such and such got killed over there. Nah, I got love and respect for Jada, Joe, Miami, everybody from TS. I know everybody. And you know the reason why I got a clean face? Because they know I stay in my lane and I mind my fucking business. And I give positive assessments on negative shit. See, the thing is, y'all like the negative. I don't feed off that. That shit that thrive. I'm the one that try to kill the negative shit. Because that's the shit that y'all not involved. So y'all from afar. So y'all try to manipulate from afar what people should do and how they should conduct themselves. Y'all niggas want to kill each other and die early, that's on y'all. But if I can help it, I'ma always try to mediate and extinguish problems because there's no need for niggas to go upstate that's from down in the city when they gotta take care of their business to have problems because of what region. We all from the same place really, man. We just in in different cities and regions, but we all the same. And when we start realizing that, that's when we're gonna continuously to make this money and continuously to take care of our families the way we need. When it's diversity, it's always obstacles. But when it's the being divided and conquer, once you divide it, once you pick that side, you gotta stay on that side. See me, I choose to stay right in the middle. I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Y'all niggas gotta beef. Y'all niggas better handle that shit as men. Don't pull me in it. Don't ask me nothing. If y'all don't ask me nothing if y'all not trying to resolve it. Only way I'm getting into it if you pulling me in to resolve it. Yo, can you get me on the phone and have a conversation with this man? Yes, I can do that. Otherwise, don't ask me my opinion on what y'all got going on, because I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on. Long as it stay on record and you able to move through adversity of the situation and continue to be successful. Other than that, I don't want no parts of being around negativity. Straight up. You know how many prisons is filled up? It's a lot of jails filled up with a lot of black and Hispanic men, and they gonna be there for a long time. I never been to prison, so I don't know how I feel. And you know what? I'm gonna keep living like that. 47, never been to prison. These people ain't getting no time from me. Thank you for the super chat. No sir. Example Davies, known both and pick Jimmy. Okay. Alright. This is what I say. You get pulled in situations involuntarily, right? It's just like this. What side you think a person gonna pick when they making money with this person? What side you think a person gonna pick when they always in a close proximity or who they is? In certain things, in certain instances, you gotta pick a side, right? And you usually gotta be loyal to the thing that's feasible for you. We don't have to agree with East. East got to look out for East's best interest, and East's best interest was to to make the choice he made to keep his face clean. Is no way it can be it just people got to just understand the verities of people's relationships, man. Everything is about a relationship, bro. Just because you cool with one person and you cool with this person, the verities of relationships is what side you pick. Me, I choose to stay in the middle because it's not a issue that's involving me per se. So I can stay neutral and give my assessment and look from afar and mind my fucking business. See, niggas want to get in this. Everybody's taking this moment and trying to get their clout and trying to get their name up because they know anything that's attached to Spesh, Jada, or anything going against New York and upstate, they're going to pick it up and you're going to go viral. I go viral from just posting t-shirts. I don't care about going viral or getting no clout or none of that shit because at the end of the day, that clout don't cash no checks. I can't tell no man how to conduct themselves. I would never tell a man how to conduct themselves. I'll never tell a man to would choose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have their own life to live. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm here to give my assessment on a positive outlook. Why? Because a lot of people take this same situation and instead of extinguishing it, they add fire. That's never good. That's like if a building is on fire. Or you gonna throw water, a fire extinguisher, or you gonna throw more gasoline. Throwing more gasoline is just making the fire erupt even more. So I'm here to let people know that I don't promote no upstate versus New York shit in any type of way. That shit is corny. It messes up money. It messes up camaraderie. It messes up relationships because two men have a disagreement. It spiral out of control where everybody put their 2 cents and nobody ain't really doing it to defend Spesh. They really doing it to get light on them. I can rap. Let me display how talented I am. I'm gonna get at these New York niggas. Whoever open their mouth, I'll try to dispatch, try to go out upstate. I'm gonna get at them. That's why I ain't do no assessment on that and none of that because it's just like Sometimes you gotta be the one that's watching outside the gate. It's competition. Stop being soft. What do you mean you go viral with t-shirts? That means I can drop a t-shirt and get 60,000 views off a t-shirt. That's what I mean. It doesn't take much for me to get viral. My talent, it like the ability that God gave me is God sent. That's why I don't have to go back and forth and explain um a lot of things because it all speaks for themselves. That's how you do that. When you get morons that come here to troll instead of to learn, you get them out of here. That's how you do. You don't. Lord, you still here? I need my moderator. Come on, Lord, where you at? But yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, the conversation with me and Spesh, um, he gave me a lot of insight to the situation. I'm not going to disclose a lot. Like I said, I disclosed what I felt that was respectfully to be disclosed because sometimes um, you can't tell everything to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with your words. So, but like I said, I asked them a lot of things that y'all might, and I asked him why he went at Chrissy. He gave me the reason for that. Um, I didn't agree with it, but I listened to him and I heard him out, and we had a respectful conversation. Like I said, the energy was wasn't aggressive. It was just like niggas that know each other. That's always had respect. That's cool. Have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? He heard me out. I heard him out. And when we got off the phone, you know what I'm saying? He told me when he started dropping new music, Piles would be the first platform he come to, and we can have a talk and see where this go thus far. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Spesh. You know what I'm saying? And that's my little assessment on that, man. I try to keep shit copacetic, man. It's too much. There's too much money to get to be throwing obstacles in our way to stop the money. The streams already took the money from us. Once they start, oh, you can't go here because you got beef with this person. That's when the only thing we can get money from is the shows. So you gotta be in these places. If there's no shows, you can't get no money. Can't feed the babies without no show money. So if y'all make it hot everywhere from upstate to downstate to down south to everywhere you go and your name attached to some nonsense, they gonna start banning you from these venues. We seen it done a million times. Word. The guys that come here to troll though be losers. They probably be dead, pop broke, using Wi-Fi for the phone. Ain't got nothing going on. I've never done that. I never went to somebody that was giving positive assessments and be just saying derogatory stuff in the chat. Like you can go on. Once I go tell those things to your mother, you know what I'm saying? Want the same disrespectful context y'all put up in the chat? Won't you go have that same conversation with your moms? Oh, Costas ain't a good look. What's not a good look? I'm connected to this hip hop community just like me. Would y'all want me to pick sides and fight and fuss and get into disputes? And y'all ain't gonna do shit but watch and talk about it? You're a fucking moron. Matter of fact, we gonna get this bum ass nigga out the chat. Bye. Get him out of here, clown nigga. Hmm. Um, Nobody has to answer for nobody for no man's actions but that man. Like if somebody go down the block, shoot somebody, right? Do I have to go down for that crime? No. So it's the same instances when it comes to this type of shit. If niggas got problems with one another and it ain't concerning me, I stay the fuck out of it. I don't give a fuck who it is. Because if I'm not initially connected to the problem, that means mind your business. People don't know how to mind their business. People want to always insist. The people that incest their things, they'll be the people that wind up getting hurt. ETSG fell off. Uh, let me tell you something. It's no more stars in hip hop. You got moments. So you gonna have artists that come out and you like them, and then you gonna realize they lack something. And the thing that all these artists nowadays lack is substance. They come out rich. If I was an artist, even though if I had mad money, right, I'll act broke until I get to a certain level to see to show my fans I grew with them. It ain't gonna resonate the people that's still trapped in the hood, ain't got much, if they keep seeing you with 9 chains, 30 cars, and all this. Where was the come up at? You always came up, you always had this. It's no more stories. And people don't know that. Yeah, everybody get blinded by the glamour and glitz. But we ain't see Nas and Biggie and all these guys cop their first big chains and cars until like the second or third album and stuff like that. It's because you got the growth. Once you pop off and you already look like a star, it's over. It's like if you don't reinvent yourself and do something or come up with a new sound or make another hit that is appealing, that's gonna resonate to the people to the fans that you always aimed at, it's over. That's why it's rap nowadays is a very short career. The threshold for rappers be 2 to 3 years. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky if you make it 10 years in this game. This is K Born. 100% agree with you. Mind your business and you. Hey, yeah, K Born. What's good, K? That's the OG. That's the big homie. What's your best upstate story? Um, I spent a lot of time upstate. Um, I I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to even talk about that. Um, Let me think, y'all. It's a lot. It's so many states. When I lived up in Syracuse, and I remember I was in a snowstorm, right? And we was like in a little red car. It was snowing, right? And upstate, when it snows, certain roads get real slippery. So I know we was probably going like 15, 10, 15 miles an hour. We wasn't going fast at all. But it got to a part of the road where it was getting real slippery and niggas was, swaying back and forth. The tires might have been bald, so ain't really have too much traction. But all I remember, we probably hit some black ice and the car just started spinning. It's probably spent like 7 times, and I remember it stopped just before we was about to hit a rail, and the rail was a sworn rail. So if we would have hit that shit, we would have went off the cliff. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I couldn't wait to get to my destination, bro. I was just like, as soon as I got in the crib, I just dropped on my knees and thanked Allah. I was like, yo, that's why still to this day, if the weather too bad, I ain't going nowhere. Straight up. Especially if I gotta get in an automobile. Now if I gotta take care of my business, even if I gotta take public transportation, it's gonna get done. Well, trying to get on highways in somebody's snow or blizzards and all of that, that's a no. I remember we did that same. I remember we went to go check some girls. This when I was living in Chicago. We went to drive to Champaign, Illinois, the UFI, the University of Illinois, cause at that time like they can have company on the campus. So we went out there to go see some girls. Me, my man Bugs, and my man Pro. We drove out there, and when I tell you, yo, bro, this snow was so damn crazy. I ain't think we was gonna make it. I mean, this snow was coming down in lumps. Like Midwest snow is different from up north snow. That shit, like every snowstorm is a blizzard out, out there, bro. Like even like when I lived in Chicago, when it snowed out there, it snowed so much. You know what I'm saying? It snows so much, and it'd be so cold because the wind chill factor out there be so crazy. That wind be blowing like, yo, my nigga. If when I lived in Chicago, I made sure I got everything I needed because I didn't want to go back outside once I was in, because that shit was a task to even just go to the store. You gotta put on your lawn johns, put on two pair of socks, put on your boots, put on your coat, bundle up, scarf, gloves, just to go to the gas station to get some candy and some backwoods or some shit. Nah, bro. I used to be like, nah. The Great Lake weather. Chicago checking in, always repping for us. Yeah, salute. I always tell people like this, yo. By living in so many different places and meeting different ethnicities of people, um, I learned a lot. Like Chicago, I learned by living in Chicago, culture is different. You know what I'm saying? And it's a stigma on Chicago. Like Chicago is a beautiful city, man. They skyline, everything is beautiful. They have beautiful cultures, and it's a big Muslim culture out there too in Chicago, if y'all know it or not. But it's a lot of black business owners. They don't tell you that. They just tell you about all the drill and all the killing. They don't tell you how many business owners they got out there. I remember shout out to Jay Boogie. Um, when I was living out there, they was making varsity jackets from scratch. This is how I really got in tune with, you know, cut and sew, watching them creating varsity jackets from wool and rambling and all that, and just doing it from scratch. They used to have like a little uh, area in this beauty parlor called High Maintenance. I forgot what street it was on, but it was this beauty parlor called High Maintenance. And Jay Boogie had like a little workshop like right next door. You can go cut right through the beauty parlor to a shop. I remember that. My man Ryan used to cut here and there. And my man Bug, y'all might know him as Bug the Beast. He's a producer alongside Kanye, Grammy Award winner, all that. And we used to all live in a house together. And he used to just take me there, and I used to watch how they make jackets and shit like that. But I was living out in Chicago when the tragedy happened at Club E2. I was out there. I told them I wasn't going in that club that night. They begged me to go in that club, and I told them I wasn't going in that shit. Take me back to the studio. And then the next morning, they woke me up banging on my room door talking about, yo, you saved our life. How did you know that was going to happen? I said, I ain't know. I just, when I pulled up to the club, my energy wasn't feeling that shit. And I told them, it ain't got nothing to do with being in Chicago. If I'm in New York and I ain't feeling a venue, I'm leaving. And I'm glad I did, because 9 times out of 10, I probably would have died in that tragedy, because I don't know where to go. It was one way in, one way out. That's my first time in the club, and gonna be in a club in Chicago and all that. But I don't. I went to a few clubs back then. You know, there's a couple of clubs I went to when I was in Chicago. So you know Cousin Bang? Yeah, I know Bang from Chicago. Bang, but Bang is a dope ass producer. A lot of the beats that Kanye was playing in that Fade to Black studio session with Jay-Z, you see Bang there. A lot of those beats that he was playing, Bang produced. Bang is a dope ass producer. They all come from No ID and all that. You know what I'm saying? All that. I met a lot of producers when I lived in Chicago. Matter of fact, Chicago might have some of the best producers in the world, especially with soul beats. I don't know if they still doing soul beats, but when they was doing soul beats, everybody used the ASR 10 to make beats. You know what I'm saying? They was using the MPCs, but they used the ASR. A lot of them producers was doing that ASR. You know, I used to watch them sample and chop on that shit, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like being in the music business. You gonna learn a lot of things if you just pay attention. You gonna learn the business. You might even learn how to produce. You know what I'm saying? You might not learn how to be an A&R. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that was essential for the music business. It's not essential no more. They don't have artist development. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have real A&Rs that's bringing you the beats and giving you the vision and shit like that. It's no music industry. It's no camaraderie. The industry is dead. You know what I'm saying? Even the majors is independent. So it's crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of things I can tell you about living in Chicago. The food is good. Like Gino's deep dish pizza. Like they got some a pizza out there called a cheeseburger pizza. They got like ground beef on the top, deep dish pizza. They had the Grand Lux. Pepe's Mexican taco spot, Harold's chicken, of course. A few places I went to on that. You know what I'm saying? Harold's chicken, that sauce, B. If you never had Harold's chicken, B, find one of the locations when you go to Chicago. That shit good. That's some of the best chicken I had in my life. Word. I got threatened in Chicago, messing with this girl. This nigga left a voice message on her phone and said, "Man, I catch you with that New York nigga, I'ma kill him." Matter of fact, he ain't even say kill me. He said, "If I catch that nigga coming out your crib, I'ma shoot the shit out of him." I ain't never go see that girl again. Sure didn't. Not the kid. Once she played that message for me on her voicemail, I said, "Oh hell no." I wonder where Shorty at. I hope she's all well. I know her son is grown right now. Um, but yeah, man. Yeah. That nigga wasn't gonna kill me. Straight out the Crayon Box production. I had a lot. I had various. Yo, so many producers that I had Omen on. I had so many producers. Dutch Beats. Like, I'd be lying to y'all if I said I remember a lot of sessions. A lot of stuff is like a blur, man. A lot of weed smoking, a lot of late nights, a lot of sleep deprived nights. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay up so late now. I'm still trapped in the studio hours. Like, we used to be in the studio for 3, 4 days. We don't know it's day until we go to the store. Cause when you in the studio, there ain't no windows in the studio. Control room. So we'll go out and be like, "Oh shit, it's 7 in the morning." You know what I'm saying? You don't get no sleep. And then everybody might fall asleep in the studio and back up at 12, 9:30 in the morning, 11, don't matter, up back doing the same thing again. Especially if you're in the zone. Like, so did Spesh say it's over? Nah, Spesh ain't say it's over. Me and Spesh conversation was talking about a lot about the business. We didn't we talked about what was going on. That's why I said I won't disclose, because I'll wait to, you know what I'm saying, if he see this and he be like, "You can disclose what we was talking about," that's cool. But like I said, the stuff that I felt fair to disclose, like I asked, I told him I didn't agree with the, coming at Chrissy and stuff like that. And he used to, and he told me the reason why he came, why he took the gloves off on that situation, and they got a little personal for him. Basically, he was just saying that they got personal with him and he got personal with them. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell, without telling you the variations of the conversation or exactly what he said verbatim. But just use your imagination. Like I said, if y'all been following this situation, y'all know what's going on. Yeah, I'm always gonna drop gems. I'm always gonna drop gems. Brody Damas was talking heavy about y'all combo. Yeah, cause you know what I'm saying. Like, I felt like I felt like I was baited into a situation and I reacted, and he knew me and him didn't have any legitimate beef or never. I known him well over 20 years. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes, when you trying to be positive, sometimes you get negative things thrown at you. Like in any level and up, you're gonna have adversity. So if you think you gonna get to $1 million or get rich without no bumps in the road, you bugging out. Just learn how to God through. Just learn how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? You got to read the room, learn how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing you got to do is cut the dead fat. It's just like when you going to a butcher, and you going to get some ribs or some shit like that, and they cut all the fat and stuff off like that. That's what you got to do, even with your own people that's in your cipher. If a nigga around you every day, he ain't adding on to your life, he just taking up space. Only keep people around you that's adding on to your life and adding on to their life too, or y'all adding on to each other. If a nigga around you all day and you realize he ain't bringing nothing to the table, get that nigga away from you. And it ain't nothing personal. And if he get his shit right, maybe he can get back in the circle. But until then, your circle got to be smaller than a Cheerio. Constant is inspirational because he's been relevant through the years. Because I respect. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how I stay relevant, right? Adversity comes. It got dry for me in the music. I wasn't getting nobody wasn't sending me no beats. Shit dried up. I stopped being around Dipset. It like it like shit got rough, right? So I was putting out my independent tapes. I was making music for the fans that mess with me, right? I got an opportunity to create my own clothing brand. I got an opportunity to start acting. I got an opportunity to help other people with their right. For a few years, I took off doing music for myself and was just writing for other people. You know what I'm saying? That ain't work out so good because people are selfish. People aren't loyal, and sometimes you be wasting time. Like I said, it ain't a loss. It's always a lesson because you learn from it. Only way I would have lost if I didn't learn from it. But I might be, besides Cam and Jim, I might be the most relevant person out of the Dipset to this day. Out of Jim and Cam, I might be the most relevant because I've I stand the test of time and I reinvent myself. You know what I'm saying? I reinvent myself. Um, my pen is still sharp. That's never went nowhere. And now I'm a journalist. You know what I'm saying? I come and do hip hop media. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm y'all gonna see the level up, and this is what's gonna make me a big star. Y'all gonna see the level up. Y'all remember he was just sitting in the living room, was placking his pictures of his baby behind him. He was just chilling, dropping these gems, and then there's gonna be a time where you gonna be at the Vanilla Sky compound, and it's gonna be sound stages and AI animation rooms and all type of things that my mind can fathom that can create things. Like I've always been good with my hands. I know how to build things, put things together. I've always been nice. I've always been artistic. I've always been creative. I just didn't have the resources or the outlets to do a lot of things. So when I obtained a substantial amount of money, I invested into the things that I had a passion for, which was fashion. I got my own machines, vinyl cutting machines, heat pressing machines, DTF, accent. You know what I'm saying? I just went in, and then even with this, I bought, even with doing this, bought a microphones, About to buy some cameras so I can start doing some pre-recorded footage, stuff like that. You just got to show the level up. You know what I'm saying? That's what make people believe they can do it. They can't believe if you come in the game and you just got everything, because the people that got everything and they show everything, they don't, one thing they don't show you and one thing they don't tell you is how to get it. They show you, they tell you how they did it, but they don't show you how to get it. Me, I'm gonna show you how to get it. You broke right now, you want to start a business of yourself, you got a sense of fashion, go get you a 15 by 15 heat press. Go get you a vinyl cutter or get you access to some DTF or some DTG printing and create a brand, man. Get with this e-commerce, get with this direct to consumer, and you can make you some money if you just believe. You believe you can achieve, you can touch it. But I tell people all the time, man, only way you gonna touch your full potential is you gotta be a little selfish, and not meaning selfish by you not giving a fuck about nothing, but meaning that you gotta keep the components around you that's gonna help the foundation that you trying to build or grow. If you ain't trying to build no foundation, you gonna be trapped. You gonna be, and you gonna turn around and look at an age, be like, oh damn, all my youthful years when I could have been vigorous and just getting things done. Sometimes you might not blossom until you 44, 45, 40. The best of them blossom late, because at at a young age we be so into chasing, having fun, and just living life. And that's why I ain't have a child until I was 39, because I felt like if I would have had a child early, I wasn't ready to be no father. I wasn't ready when I had a child to be a father, but I understand the variety of being a father, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive, and it takes a village. But I know I'm a better father than my father was to me. Way more better, way more in my child's life. Talk to her every day, go see her, go to the movies, we have picnics. So the reason why I'm a great father, because I'm trying to give my daughter what my dad ain't give me. And like a lot of our fathers, we ain't grow up in the era. This is the thing that I want to say, right? I grew up in the era where the father was absent at home, right? I be asking these females nowadays, why do you keep your kids away from your baby father that actually want to be in your kids' life? I didn't have that privilege. You know what I'm saying? My mom ain't keep my dad away. He just wasn't there. So I be telling ladies, if any ladies tuning into this show right now, and if you a baby mama drama, yo, stop that bullshit. If your kid dad want to be in his life, if what you and him had is over, it ain't about y'all no more. Once you conceive that child, y'all lay down with each other, and that 9 months went past, and y'all had that kid, it ain't about y'all no more. It's about that child. So women, stop trying to use your kid as a pawn to get back at your man, because if that was the case, you should have had on a condom or had some type of birth control. Don't bring a kid in this world that you using on a pawn. And women, a child don't keep no man, especially when he don't want it. That's why so many men out here and females out here that don't have a dad, because a lot of women, they think having a baby by a man is gonna keep them, and it's not. That'll push a man away, especially when he don't want it. It don't matter if y'all lay down together. It's not. If a man don't want it, he not gonna take care of it. So just be mindful. If you know this nigga ain't gonna stick around, tell him to put a condom on his cock. At the end of the day. I said what Spesh said. You late. You late. Well, what I was basically saying, especially we talked about a numerous things. One of the main parts of the conversation was just talking about the independence and how it was from when I started into where he got into the game independence. Because I was always an independent artist. I haven't had a major deal since like 1998. After that, I went fully independent. We was kind of like the first artists, especially from New York, that ushered in the game being independent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted the major deal because all they had to, like I was explaining in the previous episode, that a lot of artists would rather be major because all you have to do is just be creative. You know what I'm saying? They do the marketing, they do the promotion and stuff like that. When you're independent, you gotta be an artist, be a creative, or promotion, a stylist, this, that, and the third. Because um all those amenities of the music business is not there for you because you're not um connected to no machine. You gotta learn how to build a machine on an independent level. You know what I'm saying? I be giving y'all the illest jewels. Take it. If y'all in this game, if y'all niggas don't understand this shit, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't understand what I'm saying, man, you just have comprehension. I'm giving you the gems as plain as day, man. Before you get in this business, learn something. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you know, the more you grow. You know what I'm saying? The less you know, the less you blow. You know what I'm saying? So, um, you know, and YouTube, I want to talk, bro. Right? And this is for the guys that got chance. I've made less on my last episode. I've made less revenue. I made more revenue on less views and less revenue on more views. Yo, how is that? How do y'all do y'all calculations on y'all payments? Because right now, I got a video that just did damn near 11 to 12,000 views in one day, and y'all giving me pennies. But a video that I did less than 4,000 on, y'all gave me more money for. I don't understand it, yo. This game is rigged, and I just be trying to be like, yo, we come here and give the best content, and they give us little to nothing, and and it just be like, and then it doesn't make it doesn't make mathematical sense to way the system is ran. That's why I don't put my music on DSPs. It's because it's like this. Check this out, right? I can drop an EP, right? I do a mini commercial for it on Instagram. I do some freestyles. I drop a single off of it, and I put a release date on when I'm gonna drop it with my Cash App, and I tell them, with the payment from your Cash App, make sure you give me your email so I can send you your digital copy. So as soon as the transaction go through my Cash App and I see the email, I automatically copy and paste the email, go to my email and send a digital copy. I've made more money off my Cash App than I've ever made in a music business because I'm doing direct to consumer. If 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 you, and this is the thing, all you artists, work y'all fans. You don't need a million fans to make $1 million. You don't need that. Let me break the math down to y'all, right? Say you got 15,000 subscribers or 15,000 fans, right? If you can get those 15,000 subscribers to engage with you, if you can get those 15,000 subscribers to engage and spend $20 with you, you know how much $20 times 15,000 people, you can make $300,000, and you can make $1 million if you consistently doing that, making product that those people are actually going to engage in to spend money with you to generate revenue. The game is easy. They say the game is sold, not to be told. No, it should be the other way. The game should be told, not sold, because everybody can't afford education. Everybody can't afford information. And it's the people that have the most information that's the most wealthiest, and the people that don't have no information or no education, those are the ones that suffer. There's only a very few that slide through that very small percentile of people that's non-educated, but they actually become wealthy. It's luck. Everybody don't get that privilege of that luck. Sometimes God is just working in the corners, in the corner for people. You know what I'm saying? But You all, like I told you, people, if you have 15,000 fans, get them to buy something for $20, and that can change your life. Work your fans. Same thing with 1,000. If you got 1,000, get. Come on. If you get 1,000 people to spend 20,000 with you, how much you got? Like, come on, man. Do the math. The wealthy don't share with the uninformed. Yep. What word is that? It's cranberry and vodka. Cranberry and vodka. This is my brand that I had for the last 15 years. You know what I'm saying? This is the tour tee. You know what I'm saying? Hit me on Instagram. You can get, I got nothing but fly merch. This is the rebranding of a brand that I have for 15 years. I'm doing my aesthetic is American pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mixed with grunge, mixed with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? One day I might be dressed like a skater. The next day I might be dressed like a hardcore rapper. The fashion brand is a variation of just a mixture of just pop culture and the aesthetic of just being all American. And I'm a fan of Nirvana. I'm a fan of Kurt Cobain. I watch his documentaries. I've studied whatever I'm in tune with. I study. I'm a study. That's why I'm so highly intelligent. And sometimes I get stuck on my words because I be trying to make sure articulate myself to be presentable for the people that actually care about comprehension. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I had a great conversation with Spesh. Energy was beautiful. Conversation was beautiful. We agreed and disagreed to some things. I learned a lot in just a matter of like 40-minute talk. You know what I'm saying? And everything ain't meant to be disclosed. Just know it was a positive conversation. And I'm just trying to continuously bridge the gap that I helped bridge 20 years ago along with others. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do this by myself, but I am a vessel between upstate and downstate New York as far as this music thing. Sin City had on a Felicia Rashad journal. Yeah, thank you, man, for even peeping that. Yeah, man. Like I tell, word. Like I tell people, like Zeke shouted me out. He let me know, like I'm a fashion designer. I'm a jack of all trades, man. New brand on the way called Maniacal. It's more aesthetic of like grunge, distressed, bleached out, faded. This new brand gonna be crazy, but if y'all want, and this coming a variation of colors. You know what I'm saying? It's coming cream. It's coming all colors. You can get this in all colors. These shirts is 65 cash. You know what I'm saying? You want these shirts? You know what I'm saying? You can get them. Uh, I do custom orders. You know what I'm saying? I do memorial shirts. So if you had a loved one that passed away, I do the illest memorial shirts. Just make sure you give me the clearest photo you can give me, and I promise you, you'll have the illest, most memorable memorial shirt ever. You'll want to probably, after you wear it, dry clean it, then frame it in a picture. That's how beautiful it'll come out. Like, and I'm self-taught. You know what I'm saying? And I tell niggas, you want to get into something, study it. I got into this fashion shit. I'm studying. That's why I'm kicking ass right now. And I'm not even doing as well as certain other brands. Shout out to Crazy Ambition. This guy named Dame Too Tough. He is that young man inspired me. Shout out to Coco Vango. Shout out to the whole glitch in Atlanta. Shout out to Superline. I watch those shows to inspire me, and because these young guys is on there and they making millions off of clothes. You know what I'm saying? Um, I watch their vlogs. They got millions of dollars in inventory. They riding good. They living good. And these guys not even 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? and they very successful and they very inspiring and inspirational. Um, to see that young black kids is, he's from Alabama but reside in Atlanta. But like, shout out to Crazy Ambitions. He got dope clothes. Shout out to Coco Van Gogh, to Merlin's father. Like, this is unshameless plugs. They ain't paying me to do this. I just like what they doing. I hope somebody will send this to them and let them know that in Harlem, New York, we in tune with the brand. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do a clothing brand collab with y'all one day. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all dope. Y'all dope. Just off of y'all vlogs, and it's inspirational because it's just like we in a formative ever, and anything that I feel that inspires me or inspirational and I can learn from it, it's a plus. You know what I'm saying? So if you into fashion and you like to watch vlogs and documentaries like me, go check out Crazy Ambition. I think he got like 14, 15 episodes out right now. And he be giving you lengthy episodes. He be showing you this process of making his clothes, getting his manufacturing in, you know what I'm saying, dealing with different fabrics and, different prints, and just meeting the camaraderie of hustlers, young entrepreneurs that got a bunch of fashion boutiques in Atlanta and stuff like that. They in stores all over the world. I'm just trying to learn the game. I'm trying to make my first $1 million clean off of clothing. You know what I'm saying? So please, if you're a supporter of my channel, get some of this cranberry and vodka. You copy, send me a picture. I'll post it on the main page. Let's just get this, run it up. You know what I'm saying? If you're not subscribed here, subscribe to the channel. If you new here, stay true here. We almost at 20,000 subscribers. We a few hundred away from 20,000 subscribers. Once we hit that 20,000 subscribers, the next joint, we going for that 50 clip. We going for that 50 clip after we hit that 20,000. And I promise y'all, I'm going to be giving y'all uncut, pre-recorded content. Because shout out to my man E-Oil from Harlem Legend. He told me, yo, start dropping pre-recorded content and see, watch how the bag grow, watch how the content, how your audience grow and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm still like, even though I had my YouTube, if I would have been going crazy and staying consistent through the pandemic, a nigga be out of this world. I'd probably be with Casa not that, because everybody want me to bring the true hip hop stories. But the only reason I had stopped doing the true hip hop stories, because when you start telling your truth, people start getting mad and thinking the shit that, taking it the wrong way. So I'm not a nigga that's here to rub people the wrong way, man. I try to stay as far as away from theatrics as possible. So I started the POS, the positive internet energy, and now I got a new acronym for power. It's everything, something that somebody tried to use against me, but I used it and turned it into an acronym. Like, yo, it's just, man, watch those niggas that's close to you. Make sure they think what they do what they supposed to do, because they think they about smoke through you. Never personal nowadays is the way quoted by the great Foxy Brown. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay keep your head up through the adversity. It's not going to be easy. You don't want nothing easy, because easy come, easy go. I'm just a wise man that just come here to share these gems with me. Thanks for all the people that's been tuning in, subscribing, and just appreciating. Even thank the trolls and the haters. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you come here and act up, you're going to get blocked. If you want some gems, you want some unadulterated content, and just knowledgeable gems, and sometimes I might tell a story here and there. Y'all still be getting the Unkasa True Hip Hop stories. Y'all just ain't getting them in episodes, like that no more. But, thank y'all for the people that actually come here to get my assessments and positive. I'm glad the audio is clear, because for a few months it was statically. Because I said, man, I'm going to go buy me some mics. If you got to invest in the people, you got to invest in your audience. Your diction got to be right. Your vocab got to be right. Your audio got to be right. So I'll just be trying to give y'all the dopest content ever, man. The dopest lives. Ain't nobody on YouTube got dope lives like me. That's why it's running up. We're going to run this shit up to about 100 to 200,000 subscribers, and we're going to just give an uncut. Y'all going to be going on vacations with me. Y'all going to be going to be showing y'all the process of how I make my clothing, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just showing y'all different things, man. We here to win, man. The only way I can win is that y'all gotta invest in the channel. Y'all gotta, support that cranberry and vodka, support whatever I'm doing. And like I said, shout out to Dave East for bringing us out at the Gramercy Theater for his new album, The Price of Pain. Shout out to Styles P. Shout out to Mano, Albial, OT The Real, um, Fab, Jim Jones. Everybody was there, and we all performed. King Bimo, can't forget about King Bimo. Congratulations on that. Victor deal. Yo, we going up. The young boy doing this thing. We just having, we just, man, life is short. You gotta enjoy this shit, man. For real. Yeah, yeah, of course I heard of Fergie, baby. On Adidas Top Tens or Stan Smith. I love Adidas Top Tens, but I'm a Stan Smith nigga. I buy Stan Smiths every year. Last Stan Smiths I bought was the Kermit the Frog edition. Instead of having the Kelly green, I got the pine green with Kermit the Frog on the tongue and on the side. And they say it ain't easy being green. Yeah, I love. I take a Stan Smith over a Air One. My vacation shoe always been a Stan Smith. I very like, especially going to Miami. Like if you walking all day on the Air One, 9 times out of 10 your feet gonna start hurting. You gonna look crispy, but that motherfucking Air One hurt. You keep walking up and down Collins and Ocean all day like I used to, right? But my vacation shoe is always a good Stan Smith. I'm gonna give you one with my wife on it. I miss her, and I'm definitely buying merch. Yo, send that picture through. I bet you, yo, bro, I make the most beautiful memorial shirt that you ever seen in your life, bro. I'll tell you that. Like, I'm telling you, uh, I take this art form of like making clothes to me, like making clothes to me is like painting on a canvas. Like a blank T-shirt is a canvas for me, and whatever I see in my mind, you send me the most clearest portrait. And like I said, hit me, follow me also. Don't only subscribe here. Follow me on the real Unkasa on Instagram. The underscore real underscore Unkasa Unkasa. And DM me. I talk right back. As soon as I see a notification, I talk right back. You want any of the apparel? You want custom? Hit me up. The the payments be through Cash App. My Cash App is my daughter's nickname, which is Zori Bear. $XORIBEAR. Repeat, $XORIBEAR. Zori Bear. That's how you get the purchase, the merchandise. You send your address, you send it whatever you want to purchase, and it'll be out in 2 days top, because I don't like orders to overload. So just let me know. I'm overworking myself. We working. I'm trying to give y'all the dope content. I'm starting to see the fans is engaging more because I'm being more consistent. You're gonna always come get a dope positive assessment from me. I'm selling nothing but pies. And I think this Thanksgiving I'm gonna create a pie. I think I'm gonna create a pie. I think I'm gonna create a pie. I think I might create a pie ice cream. Shout out to Mikey Likes It Ice Cream. If y'all don't know about Mikey Likes It Ice Cream, we've been talking about doing something special for a minute. I might do uh a ice cream with pie crust and pie fillings inside with my man Mikey Like It. Like I've been doing a lot of endeavors. I got my own um cannabis infused ice cream coming with Mikey Like It, Vanilla Sky. You know what I'm saying? The Vanilla Sky ice cream coming real soon. I want y'all to know this ice cream is the most vanilla-rous ice cream, but it's also going to take you to the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the Cash App. I'm a penny. We're gonna break out in a few minutes. what I'm saying? We're gonna pin the cash out. If it's there, if y'all want to drop donations, the donations go straight to the channel. I get more microphones, new lights, offices, stuff like that. Otherwise, I don't ask for nothing. But for the merch, you will pay for the merch. Everything else, I still got the pies, hats. Where them joints at? Still got them joints. Still got these joints. They come in a variation of colors, and you can make your own color. With the pie hat, you can get any colorway you want. This right here is the Oilers colorway right here. These pies joints right here is fire. Y'all should, every time y'all rock this show, y'all supposed to throw in your pies hat. Y'all supposed to have one of these joints. These joints come in a very flavors. You know, I'm the crayon man. They don't come in colors. They come in flavors. Flavors and colors is two different things. These come in flavors. This that blue, this that blueberry with that cherry right here. Where's the music? Music coming real soon. Great live. Much respect. Nah, I appreciate that, man. You know, I'm in the streaming world now too. What's the thoughts on your situation, on that situation with Karen? Thoughts? Wish her all the best. God bless her soul. You know, that's all I can say, man. Yeah, it's that Houston Oilers color. Yeah, it's definitely that Houston Oilers color. Yeah. We still got 200 people in here, man. 91 minutes, man. I appreciate it, man. Send them likes up. I want 10 more likes before. Listen to the 180 before I close out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angel. She do my dreads and stuff. She keep me done. You know what I'm saying? Still got my hairline at 47. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I still got my hairline is because I ain't get a lot of shape ups growing up. Kept them niggas off my hairline. You keep getting your shape up every 3-4 days. That's how you push your shit back. You know what I'm saying? You love the hat, get the hat. The hats is 35 cash. And I mail out the next day. It come in black, blue, yellow, girl, pink, gold. You can make your own colorway. You can be like, yo, Casa, I need a pie hat, all pink with the green, with green on some Alpha Kappa Alpha colorway or something. You can be like, yo, I need a New York Yankees colorway. You can get custom orders. The custom orders is $45. The joints I already got, like that colorway already, is $35. So you want to do custom orders for the podcast, it's up to you. Hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. We pause. Positive internet energy and power is everything. Solid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But, yo, until next time. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Spesh. I had a dope conversation with him today. And you know, until next time, hit the like, hit the subscription. Peace. Have a blessed weekend. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. And you know, mind the